Monday morning refractions, reflecting and refracting off this real pretty glass on the door. What door is this, T-Rex? This is the South Dennis door where the sun is shining on this Monday morning. We've got blue sky, it's comfortable outside. You see the temperature this morning at Martha's Vineyard, that ice box, 54 degrees, while Burlington, Vermont, 64. There's a warm front on the way. T-Rex, I'm gonna have to tie you up for a second because this neighborhood is pretty busy. So why don't we just put you on this stake right here, and I won't go very far, and you won't go very far. That'll be nice. But there is a wall of water coming across western New England. It is the first of what looks to be about 3 pulses of heavy rain coming across New England for the next 2.5 days. Some of the nicest weather here is in Maine to Cape Cod. We're still on the dry side of the front. Most of the action sliding to the east-northeast, so I think we're going to end up with a dry day here on Cape Cod with the clouds increasing. Surprised that there is no flood watch in effect, though, for parts of interior New England, especially Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. There is going to be flooding. We have low pressure deepening, and we've got several low pressure centers that look like they're going to try to resolve into about 2 tomorrow. And sub 1,000 millibar lows in the summertime usually mean business. We have a primary low headed toward Montreal in the order of, 998, and then a triple point low in the order of 999 near Boston tomorrow, and they're both still deepening. So it's impossible to time or place exactly when or how heavy the rain's going to be, but this first batch is sweeping across New England with a quick 1/2 inch to 1 inch. That's going to resaturate the soil, if it's dried out at all anyway to begin with. And then the next batch comes in tomorrow night, and as for severe weather, today, a huge area of severe weather likely from just western New England all the way down the mid-Atlantic states. Real intense upper level energy. And then tomorrow, it's less of a threat from the Storms Prediction Center, but they do put New England in the 2% probability for tornadoes tomorrow. I know 2% doesn't sound like much, but whenever you see that hash, it's always concerning. Look at the anomaly at 500 millibars. That is colder than usual air for summertime, sweeping through with a trough tonight and tomorrow. And then it kind of lifts out. Better news late in the week, at least from the Euro. It's kind of backed off the Thursday-Friday event. Lori Thomas has a wedding to attend, family wedding in Plymouth on Friday evening. It's looking pretty good right now, but I think that this is a little over-optimistic for Thursday into Friday, but we'll go with it for now. It's only a Monday. And then the upper level cool pool really digs into the Midwest late next week. Yesterday I talked about the possibility of going for 90 degrees around the 15th or so, and it's kind of backed off a little bit. There's more of a trough around the 14th and 15th, but then sort of a nice ridge comes in around the 16th, right ahead of that next cold front, so maybe a day or two with temperatures close to 90 or better middle of next week. As for the humidity, it's really building today. Dew point's going to go up into the 70s in western New England. That warm front, though, is kind of having a tough time getting into eastern New England, so it looks like it's going to be really sticky in southern New England, and northern New England could be on the cooler side, which is a problem because we're going to have that warmer air overrunning the cooler air, and that's going to create that heavier rainfall again tomorrow in New Hampshire and Maine. Look at the precipitable water. We talk about this a lot. 1 to 2 inches. So you get precipitable water 1 to 2 inches. That means you get 1 to 2 inches of rain in less than an hour. That's how much water is in the column of the atmosphere if it were to all precipitate out at once, which usually doesn't happen. But this season has certainly been one of overachieving rainstorms. So here on Cape Cod, I think tomorrow it is going to turn wet for a time. And then when that low gets east of us on Wednesday, there are the packed isobars. Going to be a strong wind from the west and northwest on Wednesday. Ahead of that, probably more just isolated damaging wind gusts and thunderstorms. It's a fairly broad area of low pressure, so there's not a lot of tight packing near the center because there are several centers. Yesterday down in Bass River was really interesting. Larissa says she wants to wait till the middle of August to start her blue crab season, but I talked her into doing it yesterday, and we had a little action. And then to Harwichport for a gathering at sunset, where I mixed up my harbors out of practice. So you can watch me try and attempt to name the waterways. Really fun Sunday. Not a bad Monday morning anyway here on Cape Cod. Talk to you tomorrow. You all set, Rex? Sorry. Ready? We'll go for a walk now. Yeah, right out of the compost pile, tomato plant. Into the wind on this gorgeous third Sunday in a row. Kind of a Route 6 cloud, just north of Route 6, right in the middle of the Cape. That's where the best updraft is. Real fun watching clouds grow over Cape Cod. Every day is different and interesting. It's getting into the height of blue crabbing season. Look at the size of those claws that the seagulls left behind. I mean, there's my hand, so you can imagine how big this crab was. And how does the seagull even get the crab? I want to know that, but this is where they go. Apparently they like the bellies more than they like claws. Let's see if we can't come up with one. First crab of 2023, blue crab. What's the secret? Stop and Shop. Fresh chicken drumsticks. They like them. Too small. Voracious appetites. Right into another net. Not so smart. Jump. Go ahead. Jump. Watch out. Crab coming your way. Yeah, and seeking revenge. I think you're safer. I stand a paddleboard or in a kayak. Dog in the kayak. Cool. That is very cool. I never know where I'm going to end up at the end of the day. I'm in Harwichport, and there was a ton of boat traffic here just a few minutes ago, but I just broke away and now there's no boat traffic. Somebody just came in a sunfish. I met him, his name is Terry. And way out there you can just make out a sunfish. How many people remember operating a sunfish when you were like 10 years old, 50 years ago? Yeah. There's Terry's sunfish. He leaves it right here, right next to the water. How perfect is that? Couple fishermen going out for some evening striper activity. Gorgeous Sunday. I think I'm at the end of Allen's Harbor here, and then the entrance to Witchmere Harbor is right over there. They're so close together. What are they doing? Counting their harvest? And right over there, that's Tom O'Neill. Sorry, bro. Correction, that's Saquatucket over here. So Saquatucket is east, and then Witchmere, and then Allen's Harbor as you go to the west. My bad. It's been a while. Kind of embarrassing that I can't even remember all the harbors where I pretty much grew up. In the middle of Cape Cod. So gorgeous. Another beautiful Sunday. Saquatucket.